Next, we have the Suicune V from Crown Zenith. This card should be $100. I don't care if it's somewhat easy to pull. I think it is one of the most beautiful cards we got in the entire era.
Beautiful cards we got in the entire era.
Pretty much in all of Pokemon history. Such a nice card.
No! So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!
That's right, everyone. Welcome back to another very special episode of Pump That Poke. That's right, you got it. In this week's special episode, we're pumping content creators' favorite Pokemon cards. That's right, whichever card Raw gets up to $1,000 first wins. This week's contestants: Pokerev, Umbreon V, Evolving Skies, Altar, TCA Gaming, the Sleepy V from Charizard, UPC, baby. Let's get those numbers up. Cool Trainer Ryan, Celebi V from Fusion Strike. That's right, baby. We love Celebi. Pokey Chloe, okay. Lily's Clefairy. Oh wait, that card's not even out yet. Let's check the price. Oh, it's already been pumped. Danny Phantom, Iron Crown. Not from Temporal Forces, but from Prismatic Evolutions. Opossum Bud, ooh boy does he love that Bubble Mew. Bubble Mew, baby. And Dama, you can have Drowzee. I don't even want it. That's last week's news. Pokebeard, Crown Zenith, Suicune V, to the moon. And me, last but not least, Cerulege, baby, Surging Sparks.
Emotional damage!
What's going on, Brews? Welcome to Hottest Cards of the Week, the weekly series where every Friday night we review the hottest modern Pokemon cards of the week. That's right. This week I'm going to react live. I just pulled up all the tabs that I usually do. You know, we're going to go the normal way. Crown Zenith, Scarlet and Violet Era, all the popular Sword and Shield stuff, and all the popular promos from Sun and Moon all the way to SV. I'm gonna react live this week. One, because I've done it before. Two, because I can. And three, because I really don't want to make too big of a deal about any one specific card going up in value. Nobody knows for certain, but last week and this week could be the worst 2 weeks in modern Pokemon card history to purchase raw modern Pokemon cards. Seriously. So I don't want to sit here and be like, oh my god. So we'll just react live to the prices. And then, like I said before, next Friday is the final Friday of the month. That will be an hour-long episode, which I will do at the end of every month, the final Friday, where I'll get really in-depth and we'll go really far back, yada yada. But for this week, I just want to take a step back. I think everyone should probably just be sitting on their hands right now, and if anything, consider selling some raw cards. Not dumping all your money into raw cards at the current moment, just in case. Alright, let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go. Starting with the Crown Zenith. So right off the bat, I'm seeing 211 Giratina. It's been right around there for the last 2 weeks, but I am seeing Arceus V-Star at $135. I do believe that is an all-time high. We'll go ahead and take a look at Arceus V-Star right here. So let's see, its all-time high is 138 and it's down to 135. I was wrong, whatever. So there you go, Arceus V-Star at 135. We got 125 for Mewtwo. It was around there last week. It was about 120 last week. Everything else, I'm still seeing Deoxys VMAX, still above Suicune. Apparently we're not pumping Suicune V. Leafeon, Glaceon, they're right around where they've always been. The legendary beasts, not dogs, they're all 30, 30, and then Suicune 30. So you know, they've all been above 30 after release, and they haven't all been above 30 since release, so that's good, seeing all them. Mew at $22, the yellow border Mew, you know, that's about where it's been the last week or two. I'll look for any outliers. Zacian looks like it's starting to trend upwards. Hisuian Zoroark V-Star at $25 is pretty much an all-time high since literally release. Like the first week of release, Hisuian Zoroark V-Star was this high, and it has not been since. I know that. Zacian, same thing. At release, Zacian was $20 or $30, and it dropped down to $12, and it's been there ever since. So for Zacian to be at 16, that's a new, basically all-time high. The yellow border Pikachu at $11, that's no big deal. It's not too crazy. But yeah, so all in all, nothing too crazy compared to last week for Crown Zenith. Other than maybe Arceus at 135 and staying, and then Mewtwo at 125 and staying, and then Palkia and Dialga both staying in that $80 range. Everything else, this looks pretty stable compared to the last 2 weeks. Let's get into SV base set. Here's a popular set the last couple weeks. So obviously these next two sets, Paldea and base, things at the top look a lot different compared to, you know, how they looked last week. So obviously Drowzee, my last video 2 nights ago, I literally had Drowzee on the thumbnail. To all of you that watched that video, I literally talk about how illustration rares changed my life. Literally, it was a subvert your expectations video. It wasn't about money. It was about all my goals and all my plans essentially got rewritten because of all this artwork, collecting, master setting. I just reevaluated everything I was doing because of Crown Zenith trainer galleries, and then especially IRs. That's what the last video was about. It wasn't about me getting rich off of Drowzee. I do, of course, have a few very good copies of Drowzee, but I'm not going to get rich off of them. Alright? But, so $73, it hit a high. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, might as well. It hit a high of, $85. So there you go. Expect it to fizzle down to like 60. That's what I expect. I expect it to just sit down around 60 and $60 until it gets pumped again to be Drowzee's new high. So I don't necessarily, unless you find the most beautiful copy of Drowzee ever, probably, you know. Everything else down here, Slowpoke up to 25 is a little extra. Corilla up at 30 is pretty darn good. Armarouge at 18 is an all-time high. Greavard is down from 25. Fido at 15, it was already trending up the last few days. I love the Fido artwork. Pachirisu at 12, it was like 7, 9, 10, now it's 12. So Pachirisu, let's take a look at Pachirisu. Pachirisu, there you go. It's essentially its all-time high. It hit 12.18. There it is. It's up 90% on the 1 month. Like I said, up 90% on the 1 month. You know, 8-9 months ago when I started this series, that would have been a big deal. Now I'm just glazing over it. So Pachirisu up almost 100%. Starly, let's take a look at Starly real quick. Starly's $11. So there's your $4 IR. It's $5 IR. Yeah, Jesus, it's a $2 IR. So there's your $2. That's on a 90-day chart. This was a $2 IR. Not even a 1-year chart. So on the 90-day, 3-month chart, Starly is up 200, almost 300%. You can literally see the print lines right there. Ding, 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 ding. Wow. There's the first few sets. Terrible print quality. Okay, but there you go. Dondozo at $10. That's new. Palmot, Cloth, Sandile. There's no such thing as a $4 IR anymore, unless it's from literally the newest set, which, you know, Prismatic didn't have any IRs. So we'll see how many Journey Together $4 IRs there are at release, or if they all start out at $10. But yeah, if the Journey Together IRs start out at $4, those are like probably obvious buys. All right, so Paldea. Let's look at Paldea. So first of all, when you look at the top 3 rows, you see ding, ding, ding. So these 3, Frigi, Arcti, and Baxcalibur. Is there a story war connected artwork that involves more than 2 cards currently in this era? 1? I don't think so, unless you want to count Mesprit, Latios, and Latias. But more importantly, is there a triple connected artwork or storytelling artwork where they are actually all the same rarity tier? That is a no. The fact that they are all 3 IRs, so IR, 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 and they all 3 connect, yeah, it was obvious these 3 were going to track together for any number of reasons. But this is the only set of 3. This is the only trio of 3 that are actually all in unison, the same rarity tier, and go together. So Frigibax, Artibax, and Baxcalibur. I don't think anyone should be surprised. I mean, maybe not this expensive, but there's a lot of people that are going to want these sequentially graded in 10s, including myself. So there you go. There's that. Raichu's been at 50. Magikarp's a little under its all-time high. All the rest of this stuff, Marl at almost $40 is very good even for Marl lately. Miss Magus at 24, it's up another couple bucks. Spregatito, 22. Sudowoodo's been at 15 before, like a year ago. Sudowoodo went up to 15. Ice-Q. Let's go to page 2 real quick just because it is Paldea, and Paldea is much bigger than most of the other sets, other than Paradox. So on page 2, Pyroar at 12. Quaxley at 12, Tinkatink at 11, Sandagast at 10, Crocolar at 10, Fletchender at 10, Bramblin, Rookity. There is literally no such thing as a $4 IR anymore. Grafai's at 6. Sheesh. Where's the Orthworm? $5. Is there? Rabska, $4. Is Rabska the last one? There you go, guys. Invest in Rabska. There's your best investment advice for the week. Invest in Rabska. Low floor, high ceiling. It's got to be a lot of people that like bugs that play with poop, right? Knackley's almost $6. Sheesh. All right, let's go to Obsidian Lames. So Obsidian Lames, Ninetales at $34, Houndour at $34. You got to be dumb as hell to think Houndour is going to retain the amount similar value as Ninetales. You are so caught up in the moment, caught up in the BS hype. If you think Houndour has a chance to stand up against Ninetales right here, one of these is essentially genuine love. The other one is bullshit. Let's come up with excuses to get this card's price up. It's not even that great of an artwork. It's a shitty backyard with a bunch of ugly puppies making a mess. Whereas Ninetales is the most elegant, beautiful. Let's take a look at Ninetales. Sheesh. Sorry to anybody that likes that. Oh, God. Okay, so Ninetales essentially at all-time high. It's right there. There you go. Danny Phantom made a good video today where we reminded everyone that smaller sets have way easier individual pull rates when it comes to illustration rares, since they're all 1 in 12 or 1 in 13 across the board. So just remember that the smaller sets, like, you know, Obsidian Flames, Journey Together coming out, all those IRs are going to be, there's going to be more copies of them on the market just by sheer how many more copies are printed, because there's less, you know, in that rarity tier in that set. So they're all going to be easier to pull. Just FYI. Lechonk at $8. Sheesh. Lechonk's at $8. Is Poppy still a $2 SIR? Let's go see if Poppy's still a $2 SIR. Poppy is $2.82. If anybody wants to pump Poppy, that'd actually be great. I have like 4 pages of Poppy. That's what I should have said. Pump Poppy. Alright. Alright, so the 151, we got Chonky Boy at an all-time high. Looks like 263. I think that's an all-time high. Let's confirm that real quick. Yes, it is. Sunzard, Sun Chonky Zard. Bang. 263. Wow. Here, I'll pull it out for you. That didn't sound right. That pull out the 1 year for you. So on the 1 year, it's only up 129%. That ain't nothing, since most cards are up 300% on the 1 month. Sheesh. But there you go. Good for you, Chunky Boy. Hey, sheesh. All right, now we go down here. What am I seeing? I'm seeing a lot of similar prices. I'm seeing a whole lot of Pikachu at 30, almost $40. Pretty good. I noticed a lot of the Giovanni, a lot of the Team Rocket pump stuff, like the Hidden Fates Giovannis, this Giovanni, all the Giovannis. Anything that has to do with the Team Rocket pump is definitely pumping down. Let's say that. I'll just leave it like that. All the rest of the stuff, Nidoking at $14. That's an all-time high for Nidoking right there, guys. Let's go ahead and look at page 2 real quick, just for fun. So on page 2, we got Machoke at almost 14, Caterpie at 11, Ammonite at 10, So we all know, we can all see it. Basically, if it's called an illustration rare, it's uptrending. It's at least uptrending, if not getting bought out and quadrupling in prices. All right, let's go to the Rift. Paradox Rift has so much damn value. Okay, here we go. So Groudon is tying its all-time high. It's probably been up to 105. It's right there. Altaria, let's absolutely take a look at Altaria, because I kind of forget what Altaria's actual new all-time high is. 68. So it's just a couple bucks under its all-time high. Excellent. Excellent. Altaria's been pumped a couple times in the past, so just expect Altaria to stay here. Garchomp's down a little. Okay, but Yveltal up to 27. That's an all-time high for Yveltal. Steelix, its original pump, I think it only went up to like 28 bucks. Let's take a look. Oh, I was gonna say 24. Oh, it went up to 26. Okay, so I was $2 off. It originally got pumped to 26 and then down and then. Okay, so but now it is clearly Steelix at an all-time high. Good for you. Love that IR. Always have. I've always talked very highly about Steelix. When Steelix goes to $100, nobody better say nobody was talking about Steelix. Okay, so the candy shop card, Morpeko. Y'all act like I didn't see it. No, I saw it. It's right there. Look at that, $25 for some candy. Come on, man. Little sugar's gonna set you back 25 bucks now. Jesus, look at that. Let's go to that 1 month. So 12 to 25, 78. Hey, at least it's not a 100% increase. This is just a great. This was the first IR that I pulled from Paradox Rift, the very first one. So I like this a little more than usual, just for that reason. It's a little special to me. Brute Bonnet's $23. Brute Bonnet, this is the new. Oh my god. Alright, so a couple days ago, Brute Bonnet was what it always was, which was $6 to $8. Shit, even worse. $4 to $8. As you can see, Brute Bonnet is apparently the new flavor of the week. So there you go. Let's see. 58 items sold as opposed to an average of 10 or 11. So look here at the volume bars, 10, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 10, 8, 15, 12, 20, and booyah, 60. All it took was 60 to make this thing more than double, huh? Very interesting. I gotta imagine some of these Paldea and Paradox IRs, they can't be too terribly hard to move just given their hit per rarity tier. But yeah, so Brute Bonnet, that's the flavor of the week, apparently. The new flavor of the weekend is Brute Bonnet. Swablu cooled off. Mantike definitely cooled off. Meteor at 15, that's essentially right up there. Magby was already up there. Vanillish, all these guys. We talked about all these dudes over the last 2 weeks. Let's go to the fates of Paldea. So as you can see, Mew is absolutely cooling off. The bubble, unfortunately. What the hell? Did I not just click on Bubble Mew? I could have swore I just clicked on Bubble Mew. That was weird. Okay, so 1 month. Hit that high of 420. Now it's down to 388. But when you zoom out here, like that looks like some pretty healthy retracing, let's be honest. So nobody should be too worried about Bubble Mew. Charts go up, charts go down. And the charts that go up a lot still go down. It's not a big deal. Let's look at some baby shinies though, because I have a feeling some of these baby shinies have been getting some love over the last couple weeks. So Pikachu is right next to its all-time high. Charmander is actually at near its all-time high. Charmander was like 30 bucks at release. It was all about Pikachu and Charmander at release, and then you had like Snorlax and Mimikyu all the way down at 12 bucks at release, and that's kind of the way it was for a long time. And you also had Charmeleon at 20. But now we're seeing Snorlax and Mimikyu doing really well over the last month. This is not a pump. I've been watching Snorlax and Mimikyu over the last month creep up, creep up, creep up, to the extent where they even passed Charmeleon. Even Ditto. So that was the three, is Ditto, Baby Shiny, Mimikyu, Baby Shiny, and Snorlax, Baby Shiny. Those three specifically have been wiggling upwards for a while. And to give you an idea of how it's specifically them and no one else, this NT card has been $7.50 to $9.50 since literally release. Here, I'll show you. I don't even have to look at it. Dun, dun, dun. Go, 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 all the way 1 year. So there you go. A low of 8 and a high of 10 and it's fluctuated all in that $2 range this entire time, and that's like the next most valuable under those 3 that I just mentioned. So yeah, so if you got a Snorlax, a Mimikyu, or a Ditto, good for you. All right, let's go to Temporal. All right, I'm curious about this one because there's probably an IR in here that's just gone batshit crazy. All right, so the top looks all relatively calm except for Ghastly. Let's look at Ghastly. Maybe Ghastly is it. I'm gonna go all the way to the 1 year for Ghastly. 227%. Ghastly was messed around quite a bit, and then it found its new home in that $20 to $30 range for quite a while. And then this year it cracked 30, and then now all it's done all year long since 30 is go up. So let's take 90 days. There's your 25 up to 52. That is a 100% increase on the 90-day chart for good. All right, let's see what else we can find in the Rift. Metagross at 38. You gotta be fucking shitting me. Oops, sorry. That was just a natural reaction right there. I do love the artwork though. It's just such a it really is. Like the sunset in like reflection here in the tractor window or mirror. That is this of all the $4 IRs, because this was a $4 to $6 IR for like an entire month at release. Look at this. Look at that. March 5, April 5, 5, May 5, June finally cracked $8. For 3 months, this card was $5. $5 bill, guys. So, should it be, how much is it now? Almost $40? I don't know about that. But maybe. I mean, a lot of people love Metagross. Arbok's cooled off a little. 18 ain't even that great for Arbok. Litten has been almost 20 for like a lot. Like Litten's been messed around with a lot, to be honest. Like over the last few months, not just the bubble. Lickitung at 16, that's definitely an all-time high for Lickitung. Bronzer's at 12. What the hell is going on? So here we go. Here's Lickitung. $9. Pew! $15. 77% Licky. Didn't I just I think I just traded this card in. Fuck. Oh well. I traded an extra copy in. Bronzor. I have a lot of bronze. I have at least 6 or 7 potentially perfect bronzers that I never really thought I'd do anything with other than keep them. Up 200. So look at this $3 IR. This is a 30-day chart, a 30-day 1 month chart. $3.68, $12.96, 252% on the 1 month chart. Again, that's why I'm not making too big of a deal about this. You buy this card for $12 and it goes down to $7. Oh darn. And maybe you bought a shitty copy that had no shot at a 10 too. Which most of these IRs are getting premiums based on the PSA 10 price, not because the average random near mint copy should be worth that much. So if you are going to buy an illustration rare just in general until prices calm down, you should probably want to look at it. And you should probably make sure it's in as amazing condition as possible, or you will be paying top dollar, almost PSA 10 quality market value for a shitty near mint version of an illustration rare. So just make sure that if you are going to buy these illustration rares at these inflated prices, that they are a damn good copy. All right, so Twilight Gatorade. Eevee's struggling to hold 100. Eevee was 100, now it's down to 96. Both Perrin and Carmine won over the last month. Perrin has overtaken Carmine, but both Perrin and Carmine, either way, are both going up. Greninja's $400 now. What the hell? Let's look at Greninja. Greninja right here, we had 328 as the low, and only 1 month we cracked 400. Here's your 1 year chart for Greninja SIR from Twilight Gatorade. This is a new $400 all-time high. What else do we got down here? Growlithe, suing Growlithe at $22. Chansey is already up to 25. As weird as that sounds, that's the thing. Same with Infernape. Tatsugiri. Tatsugiri is yep, maybe up $1. Fione is a $10 card now. Pinsir's $12. That's not too shocking. Let's move on. Shredded Fumber. Alright, so Persian has 60. take a look at Persian. We might as well. I don't know if this is the high or not. I forget, because a lot of these Team Rocket pumps cooling. So 78, 60. So if you bought it at $80, you're already down $20 on your Persian purchase. Your purchase. Get it? Yeah, I know. Yeah, you get it. Okay, 44 for Duskull. Hey! Cresselia down a little to 27. Alright, so Zorora at $20. Horsey at $22. These are not new. Beware. Fracture. I brought up Fracture last week at $12. Fracture is up even more at $13.50. I'll go down just a little more. I want to see if Tapu Koko is still a $4 IR. Is Tapu Koko still... No, Tapu Bulu, pardon me. Tapu Bulu, and it's $6. Alright. Well, I think it always was $6. What I care about is this one. Q-Fan, I love this IR. This, to me, is a $20 IR. But yeah, it's at an all-time high, too. From $5.85 to $9.17, up 54% for Q-Fan. Let's go ahead and move in to the Stellar Not So Frown. So, Stellar Not So Frown, Terapagos looks like it's down a little. Squirtle, Bulbasaur have comfortably decided they're just going to be $60 and $70 cards. They've both went up a little more each. Darkspun is holding its new $45 value that it's been at for the last 3 weeks because it was a $28 card for a very long time, at least as long as Stellar Not So Frown has been a set. But I love seeing Darkspun hold 45. I like that a lot. I actually think Hydrapple should probably be 45 as well. Stellar Crown, anyone who right now is putting money into Stellar Crown, I believe, will be rewarded handsomely over the next 6 months or year. This whole entire set as a whole has a very large amount of not so much downside and a lot of upside. This is the shredded fumble of a month ago, 2 months ago. No one liked shredded fumble a month ago, 2 months ago. No one cared. If you bought shredded fumble singles 2 months ago, you're sitting pretty now. Stellar Not So Frown, in my opinion. By the way, Milcery at $12.30. Damn. Even Gulpin's up $6. I feel like Reboot should be more. Reboot feels to me like a $14 to $16 IR. Any of these beautiful snowy artwork cards, they're kind of hot right now. Crabominable, is that a hard... Crabominable looks like a difficult to grade card. It's probably not, but it looks like it could be. Maybe Stellar Crown just had better printing quality in general. But if Crabominable, if that card was a Scarlet and Violet base set card, it'd probably have a pop of 200. Sheesh. Alright, let's just call it good for Stellar Crown. Leela. All the cheap ones add $1. Not really. Yeah, Stellar Crown's just not doing too good right now, which means you should feel very comfortable buying Stellar Crown singles. So Pikachu's down $50 off its high. It was basically a $500 card. Now Pikachu's $450. Melodic Latios, both very consistent. Hydreigon, very consistent. Basically, for whatever reason, it's a Alolan Executor as far as SIRs. That's not doing too well. Alolan Executor is down about $10 to $15 off its high of around 75 to 80. It did pop over 100 for like a week, but it went back down and it was like a $78 card for a majority of that time. Cerulege creeping up. Archaludon EX SIR at $35. I believe that's an all-time high. This is already beating Evolving Skies Duraludon alt-art. That's kind of funny. That's actually very funny. So yeah, it's at an all-time high for Archaludon. That's a Surging Sparks SIR I actually did pull. Okay, so Skarmory's $20 IR. Mesprit's about to be a $20 IR. Execute $17. Phoebus and Slackoth I actually like a lot. I don't give a shit where these two cards go. These cards can be $20 or $30 for all I care. I love Phoebus IR and I love Slackoth IR. I love how simple yet awesome the Slackoth is. Hell yeah. Spiel Team 6 at $14. This is a card. This is a cute card that a lot of people appreciate cute Pokemon in Spiel Team 6. No one will be shocked if that's a new $20. Surging Sparks, man. I think Surging Sparks is just, everyone is just so, focused on other stuff right now. But when you look back, way back, and you look back at the era, I think Surging Sparks can be right up there. Like, way right up there at the top. Like, with 151, with Prismatic. Surging Sparks, just, oh god, I love Surging. Like, Bravery is almost $10 now. That Bravery is so... This Bravery reminds me of the Drowzee, where you had this amazing artwork right in front of your face for a really long time, and everyone acted like it wasn't until it was valuable. This Bravery is a banger artwork card, and there's not a lot of Pokemon cards, especially not... There's some promo Pokemon cards that look like this Bravery. There's not a lot of regular set hits that look like this Bravery. And that's why I had it on my top 20 favorite illustration rares, and it was the cheapest illustration rare on that video last week or 2 weeks ago. And obviously, like all IRs, it's doubled in price since I uploaded that video. Ah, Satitan. I love that Satitan. Alright, let's go. Let's get it going. Prismatic. So, I want to show you guys something because you should be happy. Everyone should be happy about this. Cerulege, as I expected, is finally shat on Eevee. So that's good though, because how boring would it be if just nothing but the evolutions were at the top? And there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about modern Pokemon, just in general, and modern Pokemon fans. Let this right here, let this be your way of finding out, hey, guess what? Cerulege is not only such a very popular new Pokemon, it is so popular that this is authentic. Literally. Yes, there are a million Eevee fans and Evolution fans. Once you become a Cerulege fan, all the other Cerulege fans appear out of the artwork and let you know they are as well. There are an absolute shit ton of people that love Cerulege. It is not just me. So the fact that Cerulege is above Eevee, you can complain, you can say it's manipulation, you can say it's Mimic Brew's fault. I do not care. All I know is there are so many people that love this Pokemon. Just straight up. And or this card specifically. Whereas me, I'm someone who both loves Cerulege and that card specifically. But yeah, sheesh. The Eevee's not that great either. The Eevee's all bland compared to these other ones. Yeah, the Eevee... I don't know. But yeah, the Shinji Kanda Roaring Moon, that's a $200 card. Like, let's be honest. The only thing standing between that card and $200 is time. I don't really feel like looking through any more Prismatic other than to say, let's look at Umbreon. I'll just look at Umbreon. Straight consistent. Everyone's too scared to buy or sell their Jason Page Breon. There you go. All right, let's wrap it up. So, all right, here we go. The Sword and Shield Altarts. Moonbreon is literally right at its all-time high. Moonbreon is literally tying its all-time high, and ever since recovering fully from its downward manipulation, it has stayed right where it's at. Rayquaza VMAX also at the same all-time high that it was at last week. Gengar VMAX is down an extra $5 or $10, no big deal. Sylveon VMAX, all the evolutions are at all-time highs. So basically it goes like this. Gengar's down a little, Mew is down a little, these ones down here that no one cares about, so we'll just leave it at that. But other than that, the evolutions, ding, 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 these are all at all-time highs. So let's click on Sylveon VMAX, and I'll show you, give you a little show you. Shwee. So there you go, Sylveon's up 46% on the 1 month. That is an insane amount for an expensive card. And is a 435. That's what all the other ones look like that are Evolution VMAXs. They're at all-time highs, and they're kind of flat leveling off. So there you go. All right, now let's go to the Vs, where, holy crap, Giratina is $700. What the hell? Yeah, good artwork, good artists are being rewarded, or people are really focusing on popular artists just in general right now. There's something to take note of. But $700 for Giratina V. Lugia was already at almost 300. Dragonite V is up another few bucks. T-Tar is comfortably over 200. Charizard go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Is it 200? Is it 198? Is it 200? Is it 198? I don't know. But Rayquaza V, if Charizard doesn't figure it out, Rayquaza V is even going to pass Charizard, which Dragonite and T-Tar already did. Charizard is just slow as hell. All these other Vs are like, I'm passing you up, I'm passing you up, I'm passing you up, and Charizard's just slowly falling down this list. Maybe even Galarian Moltres will pass up Charizard V here soon. Would anyone be shocked if Machamp V from Astral Radiance did? I bet there's a lot of people that think the Tyranitar doesn't even look near as good. Like the Battle Styles Tyranitar versus the Astral Radiance Machamp. I'm probably taking Astral Radiance Machamp like every time. Just because of the blue and the green, the contrasting colors versus the green and the brown and the green and the brown. Like Machamp V, look, it just pops. Mew V, there's nothing much. Galarian Slowking V, expect this card to move up in price in the near future for various reasons related to artwork and artists and stuff. Celebi, alright, let's just move on. Basically, yeah, I'm not trying to point out anything too drastic. I'm just trying to show you guys these prices, and then maybe we can talk about it in the comment section, you know. You can give me your opinions, tell me what you're doing, if you're just holding off on buying and selling, or if you're like liquidating and selling like crazy because you think everything's gonna crash. Alright, trainer galleries. Let's get into trainer galleries. Starmie V is officially, finally, it's been so close so many times, but it's finally a $100 card. So there we go. We finally have a $100 trainer gallery card. Garchomp V, 75. Rayquaza. So, let's see here. Looks like Mimikyu's actually down a little. Sylveon's down a little. Pikachu V's staying at $50. Let's look at Umbreon V real quick. Let's see if that's down. So yeah, Umbreon V is down a little. Umbreon V hit 58, and it's done nothing but go down all month. That's good. It's nice to... I feel like I haven't said go down all month in a long time. Alright, so, but, okay, so up at the top, it's pretty, you probably already know about all this stuff. Like, Blaziken VMAX is a new $25 card, Blaziken V is a new $25. That is so much more of a market price resetting for specifically Blaziken, because that is a $5, $7, $8 card. Zacian V, $8 forever, now it's $20. Pikachu at 20, the Moltres and the Zacian and the Survivor. No matter what happens moving forward, expect those plus the Blazikens to all retain new higher value amongst, you know, with all these trainer galleries up here. Because historically, those ones would get pumped a little, then they'd go right back down. I don't think that's going to happen anymore. Superior V, Galarian Moltres V, Zacian V, Gengar Yellow Border, Pikachu Yellow Border, Charizard Yellow Border, and honestly, to some extent, of course, Zekrom and Vaporeon. Expect a lot of these trainer galleries to actually hold their value this time around. Like, just expect trainer galleries in general to start holding their value for the first time ever, in my opinion. Just based on time, availability, you know, near mint copies, PSA 10 prices, yada 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 yada. Alright, so now we have all the promos that aren't Scarlet and Violet, so Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, basically. Oh my gosh, Galarian Moltres at $15. I told you guys a couple weeks ago I have a 10 full of these things still in the cardboard. Next week, when I do my Illustration Rare Collection video, I'll show you that 10. I'll show you all my Moltres still in the cardboard. Lucario from Crown Zenith ETB, $6. Let's look at Galarian Moltres. There was a lot of commotion made about this card on Instagram this week. Put that near mint. So there you go, on the 1 month chart. This was a $4 card, and it got all the way up to 18 on February 20th based on 360 items sold. Oh god. Okay, so I don't know the exact story behind this dude on Instagram and what happened here. Just so you guys know the results. I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is what's going to happen from here on out. There was 360 items sold. I forget exactly. A lot of people know about what happened. The card was already going up. Someone said something, and then a huge buyout occurred. Expect this. Expect it to go back down to $8 or $9, and then there you go. It's a new $8 or $9 promo worth 2 to 3 times as much as the other two. And who knows? The PSA 10, I don't know what the pop report is on these. But then from that point forward, once this becomes an $8 or $9 card, expect the PSA 10 pop report and PSA 10 price to really dictate if it goes back up from there. That's just how things go. Alright, so there you go. And that is, again, a Crown Zenith, one of the 3 legendary bird 10s. is that card right there. So let's go back. Let's go back to best selling because it likes to switch it up on me. It's super annoying. That Greninja we talked about, $10. Probably sell that if you got a couple copies of that. Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno stained glass birds card, all-time high at $46. All these Sun and Moon promos are essentially all at their all-time highs. Just want to go down here. Oh god, I love you. Let's look at EVGX. Sun and Moon promo. Put this on near mint and let's see an all-time high. Oh, what was that? Stupid stuff. Alright, so on the, let's go back to there. So, this card, the Derpy EV, was under 20 90 days ago. Now Derpy EV is 54. God, I love you. This is the card I was telling you guys in my last video, what brought me back into the hobby. Is just this card, seeing this collection box on a shelf. And I bought it, and oh man. It's just, I literally get a smile on my face. Literally just looking at the damn card. It's so funny. Like, literally, my life could potentially be so different right now if it wasn't for that specific card. It's crazy to even think about. Alright, let's move on. Let's get to the Scarlet and Violet promos. So, $31. The Mew from the UPC is cooling off. Holy shit. Greninja's $40 now. Oh, God. Shredded Fumble. What the hell? Let me see this. Okay, so the original high, that's why it looked weird, was 45. The cool off to 33. My god, what a weird looking chart. To buy that many copies, to buy 245 copies after this already happened is just so dangerous. It almost looks like someone trying to save their own buyout or something, trying to save the card. This literally looks like a group of people trying to save Greninja. Literally. Bro, that is a weird... Alright, there's probably some, yeah, there's some Discords doing weird shit. I know. I'm aware of all the dumb shit going on. I'm aware. Alright, are we on best selling? We are. Okay, so, Van Gogh, Pikachu Greyfell hat, this stupid promo. Is that definitely an all-time high? Sheesh. Oh, we're on my play. Sorry, let me fix this. There it is. So, there's your 1 year chart for Van Gogh Pikachu at $322. Very popular promo, very popular card, even when Pokemon itself wasn't popular. So, of course, this card is just going to go up week after week after week, while Pokemon is just super duper popular. I do not own this card, and I'm glad that I don't. Just out of sheer, like... I don't know, just to prove a point. I don't care about it. Mewtwo, the other one from the UPC, is at $17. It's an all-time high. Kingdra has gone back down to around 20. Kingdra was almost 30. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing else too crazy I'm seeing. We'll look at the PC promos right now, and then we will be done. Alright, so yeah, this is the last page we're going to look at, and then we are going to wrap it up. And again, next week I will do I'll do an hour-long episode next week for the last episode of the month. But, so we have Snorlax. Almost $200. What the hell, man? It's not that surprising. Holy hell. So there you go. There's your 90-day chart for Snorlax, the 151. Pokemon Center UPC promo is $100 90 days ago, and it's almost $200 today. Wow. It's the most expensive one. Let's look at see how Pikachu and Charmander. So Charmander's at 152. Here, let's put it on high to low. So once we go to high to low here, okay, so 191, 152, 130 for the new Prismatic. Paldea Evolved Pikachu 109. Base set Miraidon, Crydon 75 and 64. Mimikyu, Paldean Fate 60. Surging Sparks, yeah. None of this is too wacky. None of this looks too crazy. Lechonky boy, Lechonk Mania being $10 is the most surprising thing that I'm seeing on this list. Yeah, Lechonk being a $10 card and then Snorlax being almost a $200 card. Wow. Alright, we are finished. Alright guys, that's all I got for this week. And again, look, it's a crazy time. It's a very dangerous time to like invest heavily in this scenario with raw cards exploding in price. Just literally be smart about your purchases, live with the consequences. Don't blame any stupid purchases on content creators or this and that. If you go into the FOMO and you get, you get burnt, that's how you learn. Like, there's a lot of dumb decisions people can make right here and now in this hobby, and they're the kind of dumb decisions that are going to get them to leave the hobby once they realize how dumb the decision was. Or maybe you'll learn and you'll become a better collector, a more avid, investor. But Pokemon is going to have ups and downs forever. 20 years from now, there'll be some other crazy bubble that the new me will be talking about, or whoever. Like, don't get too mad or too opinionated about any one thing in this hobby, because things change quickly, and things stabilize. One way or another, things always seem to work themselves out when it comes to this hobby, and it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So while this hobby is rapidly changing and it's going to look different a year from now than it looked a year ago, people are going to figure out how to adapt, how to evolve, and how to be able to do what they've been doing in this hobby. And then all the fake, investor bros and sneakerheads, they'll eventually leave like they always do. So yeah. Anyway, I'm probably going to pump out a lot of content next week just because I got a lot of shit on my mind. So I will see you guys on the next one. Deuces.